Okay, so let's start again. So counting sort complexity as is we were doing. So this statement C0 to K is just a declaration. Okay, so it will be done in one step. Now 0 to K. So 0 to K means this I value is going from 0 to K. It means it will run for K plus 1 time for that value and for termination. So we already know if there is a loop which is running for n time, it is executed in n plus 1 time. So it is running for K plus 1 time, it will run for K plus 2 time. Inside the loop, we are initializing this array. So K plus 1 time, because K plus 1 elements we are initializing. Then this loop will run for n plus 1 time because length of A is n. And this statement will run for n time. And this is running for K plus 1 time. Inside it K time. And similarly, so we'll count this, we'll get 5n plus 4K plus 5. So after counting all the constant, it will be approximately equal to theta n plus k. Now I have already told you if k is less than equal to order of n, then time complexity will be order of n, space complexity is order of n. Is this clear? Why space complexity is order of n? Because we need an extra array b. If you remember counting sort numerical that we have done in the previous lecture. So its space complexity will be order of n. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this PPT also I will upload today in Google Classroom. Now coming to bucket sort. So bucket sort is a very simple algorithm. What it does basically, if you remember in data structure, I have told you chaining method in Hassen. I don't know how many of you remember, but it uses chain, and for every chain of linked list, it applies a insertion sort here. Okay. So first of all, as per Coreman, it assumes that all the values are between 0 to 1, where 0 is included and 1 is exclusive. So every value is less than 1. Okay, so how to sort it? Suppose we have values like, for example, we have values like, just wait 1 minute. So suppose values like 111, 90, 269, 266, 77, okay, 4141. So what we want that values must be under 0 and 1, where 0 is inclusive and 1 is exclusive. Okay, it means 1 cannot be a value. So what we'll do, we'll convert it by dividing by 10,000. We'll divide every value by 10,000. Divide. So what we'll get 0.111, 0.0090, 0.236, 0.0077, 0.4141. So
So
in this
can
way,
you draw the?
okay, just wait. Now is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what I was telling, suppose I have value this, we have this value. And bucket sort says that value must come between 0 and 1, where 1 cannot be a value, so value 1 must be less than 1. So to do bucket sort on these values, what we'll do, we'll divide all values with 10,000. Why 10,000? Because maximum value is 4141 and we want every value in decimal. So when you will divide 111 with 10,000, you will get 0111, 90, 0090, then 0.236, 0.0077, 4141, and then we'll apply bucket sort, first thing. So I hope is this clear? Any value you are getting, the whole series you have to convert into decimal, and then you will apply the bucket sort as per the Coreman algorithm. Okay. Now, so bucket sort assumes that input is drawn from uniform distribution. Bucket sort divides interval 0 to 1 into n equal size subinterval. Now, how this is done? See here, see the algorithm. This is visible.
Yes.
So again, we have an auxiliary array which goes from 0 to 9. You can see this figure. Auxiliary array 0 to 9, and then we insert the values into empty list. So how it is done, I will tell you with the help of an example. Just let me take an example. Okay, so this is the list which is given that we have to sort. Okay, so we have 0.79, 0.13, 0.16, 0.64, 0.39, 0.23, 0.9. Mute your microphones. 0.53, 0.71, 0.42. So this is our array A. Okay, so this is all the elements are here in the array A. Okay, so now we'll write the indices. So this is index 1, index 2, index 3, index 4, index 5, index 6, index 7, index 8, index 9, and index 10. Now we'll take an auxiliary array B. So obviously when you are going to take an auxiliary array B, it will need an extra space. So this index will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 9. So we'll take from 0 to 9. Okay. And this array is basically we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this array is basically array of pointers. So now first we'll see the first element. It is 0.79. It means it is starting from 7. So we'll go to 7th location and we'll create a linked list. Just wait. So this is starting from 7. So we'll go to 7th location and we'll create a linked list 0.79. Now we'll go to the segment. It's starting from 1. So we'll go here. The linked list is created 0.13. Then 0.16. Again it is 1. So we'll add an element here. 0.16. Now 6. We'll go to 7. 0.64. Then 0.3. So we'll go to third. 0.39. Then 2. We'll go to second. 0.20. Then 8. 0.89. Then 5.53. Then again 7. So 0.71. Then again 4. 0.2. Is this clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Simple. Okay, now what we'll do on every linked list, we are going to apply on every linked list, we are going to apply insertion sort. On every linked list, we are going to apply insertion sort. Okay. Now the question is that when complexity of insertion sort is order of n square, how we are going to achieve order of n? So it is a simple method. Like suppose if we have 10 elements, okay, and array is, and we are talking about worst case complexity of insertion sort. So maximum number of comparison is 10 to 10 is equal to 100. Is it clear? Because order of n is square, so 10 into 10 is equal to 100. Now suppose I divide these 10 elements, into 4 buckets. Okay, where bucket 1 contains 3 element, bucket 2 contain 2 element, bucket 3 contain 3 element, and bucket 4 contain 1 element. So now if you apply insertion sort on every bucket, worst case comparison here is 9, worst case comparison here is 4, worst case comparison here is 4, and worst case comparison here is 1. So 9 plus 4, 13, plus 4, 17, plus 1, 18. Only 18 comparisons are required. So this is the concept here. The data we are dividing into bucket and data must be uniformly distributed. Why uniformly distributed? Because suppose if every number is starting from 7, so all the elements will come in this bucket. So again, it will take order of n square. Or if suppose n minus 1 elements are starting with 7, then all elements will be here. So if majority of elements are falling into one bucket, then we cannot achieve order of n. That's why bucket sort says that we have a uniform distribution. Uniform distribution means every element or every bucket contains approximately same number of it. And then we'll apply insertion sort on every element. So if we are going to insertion sort on the apply insertion sort on this list, so this is already sorted. So we have 2 order of n. When the array is already sorted, insertion or complexity is order of n. So here number of comparison is 2. Here we have one element, so no comparison. Okay. Here one element, here one element, here one element, here one element. Here we have worst case. So 4 comparisons, here one comparison. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 and 4, 7, or basically 0 comparison, because when there is single element, then we don't have any comparison. So 2 plus 4, 6 comparison. So instead of 100, we are having 6 comparison for 10 elements. This is the bucket sort. Okay. So after applying insertion sort, in the next step, what we'll have? This is correct, this is correct, this is correct. Here what we'll have? This will become 7, 1 and this will become 7, 9. Okay. Is this clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, so this is the example which is given in Coreman that we are solving, and this question is also given in Coreman. Now coming to complexity analysis. So how do we do complexity analysis? So we 0 to n minus 1 buckets. So let's see how we do it. Okay. So this is the algorithm. If you see here, there are 2 loops. This is running for n time. This is running for n plus 1 time, and this is running for n time. So it means that we have some loops running for n time. Plus, for every n bucket, because if we have 10 elements, then we are creating bucket 0 to 9. Okay. So for every n elements, we are creating a bucket. It means that sigma I is equal to 0 to n minus 1 order of ni square. So how we are getting it? Suppose there are linked lists like this. So on every linked list, we are going to apply insertion sort. Okay. So here we have, this is first linked list, so n1 square. This is second linked list, to n2 square. Then third linked list, n3 square. So if there are I number of linked lists, we have ni square. Okay, this one. So now, so see here, so 0 to n minus 1 order of ni square. Now what we do, we take expectation. E is an expectation. This is a mathematical formula. You do not need to know how it is derived. You only know that value of this particular equation is 2 minus 1 by n. The value of this expectation of ni square is 2 minus 1 by 1 by n, and this is the equation we'll get at the end. Why? Because n times we are running it, and order of ni square means 2 minus 1 by n. So n into 2 minus 1 by n, that will be equal to theta of n. So this is the time complexity of bucket sort. Expectation, maybe you would have studied in BSc, but it is out of the scope of the syllabus. See, once again, I am telling you, Ni square. Why? Because n number of linked lists are there. So for n1, n1 square is the complexity worst case. For n2, n2 square is the complexity, and total number of bits n minus 1. So this formula is there. Now to calculate this, we take expectation. So when you take expectation, this formula is expanded like this. So this is very important. E Ni square. So value of this E Ni square is 2 minus 1 plus n. So when we put 2 minus 1 plus n here, and it is running for n times. So n into 2 minus 1 plus n, that will be equal to theta of n. Clear? And space complexity is order of n. I hope this is clear now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. And one important thing today is I have shared a Zoom ID in the group also, because some of the students were not able to join that TCS group because the group was full. So every information I will pass on to the group. Okay. So join this meeting. This meeting is regarding how to prepare for TCS NQT. I hope all of you have registered.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So now we'll move to quick revision of insertion. Yeah. Any problem?
No, sir.
Insertion sort. So insertion sort, you have studied in data structure also, very simple algorithm. So first, quickly, I will revise your time complexity and space complexity of insertion sort. So insertion sort is a stable sort. We all know what is a stable sort. A stable sort is a sorting technique in which order of duplicate element before sorting and after sorting is same. Okay, these things you need to remember. And also it is a in-place sorting. In-place sorting means it do not require any auxiliary space for sorting. Okay, so this is the algorithm. This you can see here, and with each step cost is written. This all we have done already. So suppose cost is C1, this will run for n time, this will run for n minus 1 time. Now I is equal to j minus 1 is running for n minus 1 time. This is ya greater than 0, ai greater than k. We do not know how much time it will run. Therefore, this is the equation from j to n, j is equal to 2 to n. We suppose it is running for tj time. So if it is running for tj time, every statement inside it will run for tj minus 1 time. So tj minus 1 time. So this equation will be formed. So now if array is already sorted, value of tj equal to 1. So we'll get this equation, and complexity is order of n. And array is sorted in reverse order. So value of tj is equal to j. So value of this equation will be n into n plus 1 minus 1, and value of this equation will be this. And by substituting these two values, you will get order of n square. So video is already uploaded on the YouTube. I can share the link of video. You can go through it. It's very simple. Okay. Now the thing that I want to revise is the process. How do we do insertion sort? Okay. So let's see that. I hope this is visible, class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me copy algorithm also, then step by step I will tell you. And we have a array here 4, 3, 2, 10, 12, 1, 5, and 6. Okay, so see the first statement, j equal to 2 to 8 of length, key is equal to aj. So first of all, key is equal to a2 because j is starting from 2. Okay, j is starting from 2, key is equal to a2. So it means k is equal to 3. Now what we'll do, what we'll do, there is a simple method. See, if we are at kth index, if j value is k, so what we'll do, key will be equal to ak, and we'll compare ak with all elements starting from 1 to k minus 1. Is it clear? We'll compare ak with all elements from 1 to k minus 1. So if j value is 2, we'll compare 2 with all elements less than 2. It means we'll compare 2 with 1. If j is equal to 3, we'll compare 3 with 1 and 2. If j is equal to 4, we are going to compare j with 1, 2, 3. If it is 5, we are going to compare it with 4. So in general, if j value is k, then we'll compare the kth value with all k minus 1 values starting from 1. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Second thing, if the value is greater, we'll copy the value to the next location. If the value is greater, we'll copy the value to the next location. So see how we are doing it. So step 1, when j is equal to 2. So when j is equal to 2, what I am doing, key is equal to a2, that is equal to 3. Okay, now see this one, while loop. I is equal to j minus 1. I is equal to 1 now. And we'll see whether I greater than 0. So I is greater than 0, condition is true. Second, what we have to check, whether ai is greater than key. So I will check that whether a1 is greater than key. So it means I am checking that 4 is greater than 2. Sorry, 3. Key is 3. 4 is greater than 3. So condition is again true. So when condition is true, what I do, I copy ai plus 1 to ai. So what happens here? Okay, this one is copied here, and I decrease. So I is equal to I minus 1, that is equal to 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So as soon as I will become 0, will come the loop, and what will write, ai plus 1 is equal to key. So I value is 0. So ai plus 1 is equal to a0 plus 1 is equal to a1 is equal to key. So it means a1 is equal to 3. So now our array will be 3, 4, 2, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. I hope it is clear, class. Is this clear?
सर रिपीट कर दीजिए एक बार.
Last
Okay,
line repeat करो.
okay, I am repeating for j is equal to 3. So j is equal to 3 means key is equal to a3 is equal to 2. I is equal to j minus 1, that is equal to 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Okay. So what we have to check? We have to check whether ai is greater than key or not. So value of ai, it means value of a2. So value of a2 is 4 and value of key is 2. So condition is true. Second, we have to check whether I is greater than 0 or not. So value of I is 2. This is greater than 0. Condition is again 2. So when both the conditions are true, we'll go to this step. Now ai plus 1 is equal to ai. It means that ai plus 1 is equal to ai means that I value is 2. Third location will be same as the second location. So now what we'll get? 3, 4, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. 3, 4, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. Is this step clear, class? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll do I is equal to I minus 1, this step. So now I value become 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So again we'll compare whether ai is greater than key or not. So we'll check whether a1 is greater than key. So it means 3 is greater than 2. Condition is true. So again we'll copy ai plus 1 is equal to ai. So what we'll have here? 3, 3, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. Now I is equal to I minus 1 again, it becomes 0. So as soon as it becomes 0, will come out of the loop and ai plus 1 will be key. ai plus 1 means A1 will be equal to 2. So now we will have 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. So in general, what we have to do, suppose we have this array now. Okay, suppose we are working on this array, this is our A array, and now j is equal to 4. So what you have to do, you have to check A3 greater than A4 or not. So if it is greater, then A4 will be equal to A3. Then A4 will be equal to A3. Then again you will check A2 greater than A4 or not. If it is greater, then A2 will be equal to A1. Okay. And again you will check A1 is greater. So first we have checked that A3 is greater than A4 or not. So if A3 is greater than A4, A4 is equal to A3. If now we'll check whether A2 is greater than A4. If A2 is greater than A4, then A3 will be equal to A2. Then we'll check whether A1 is greater than A4. Then A2 will be equal to A1 finally. And at the last we'll insert the key. So what you have to do at every time, you have to compare one key with all the key. You have to compare the key. Suppose is the array that is sorted now. Now we are taking 10. So we'll compare 10 with 4. 4 is less, will do nothing. We'll compare 10 with 3. 3 is less, will do nothing. We'll compare 10 with 2. 2 is less, will do nothing. Now we'll take 12. Again, we'll compare 12 with 10, do nothing. 12 with 4, do nothing. 12 with 3, nothing. 12 with 2, do nothing. Then we'll take 1. Now see here. 1 will compare with 12. So since 12 is greater, so first what we'll do? 2, 3, 1 we are comparing, remember. 4, 10, 12, 5, 6. So 1 we are comparing with 12. Since 12 is greater, 12 will be copied here. Then 1 will compare with 10. Now 10 is also greater, so 10 will be copied here. Now we'll compare 1 with 4. So 4 is also greater, so 4 will be copied here. Then we'll compare 1 with 3. So 3 is also greater, 3 copied here. Then we'll compare 1 with 2. 2 is also greater, then 2 will be copied here. And finally 1 will be copied here. Okay. So if the element which you are comparing is less than the element to which you are comparing, that element will be copied. I hope this is clear now, class. Is the concept clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will share a complete detailed video. You go through that video. If still there is a confusion, let me know. Tomorrow again, I will share the same thing, because data structure we have already discussed it in detail. Okay, so that video I will share with you. Go through that video. If still there is a problem, let me know. I'll explain it once again. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So your meeting starts from this time. Starting from, just wait. Let me see.
12:30.
12:30, sir.
It's 12:30. Okay. Just wait one more. So insertion sort is a very popular sorting algorithm. Basically, sorting algorithm takes a random list and returning the data in either a sentence false, it will terminate. From here, minus square. So, and I will be decrementing. So, 4, 5. Entering while loop, these two conditions. Okay, so today I'm ending the session because you have to attend the meeting. That is very important, and go through insertion sort today. Video, YouTube video link I will share. This PPT also I will share. Go through it thoroughly. And if there is any problem, let me know tomorrow. I will explain it. But once a topic is being taught, you have to practice it, because in every semester you will be requiring sorting algorithm, and it is not possible to repeat it in every semester. Okay, so go through it, and a small omega notation Samriddhi, remind me tomorrow quickly. I will revise that. Okay, is it clear?
Meeting is scheduled for further notice.
Is it scheduled? You got a message?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
just wait. The- Class, is the screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, again I am telling you one by one. Let me create a new screen. Okay, so value was 4, 3, 2, then 10, then 12, then 1, then 5, then 6. Okay, we're taking array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 4, 3, 2, 10, 12, 1, 5, and 6. So starting from j is equal to 2. So always remember key is equal to aj. That is equal to a2. That is equal to 3. I is equal to j minus 1. That is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. What we have to check? We have to check whether I greater than 0. This condition is true because I value is 1. And you have to check whether ai greater than key. So value of a1 is 4 and value of key is 3. So 4 is greater than 3. Both conditions are true. If both conditions are true, we apply two steps. First step is that ai plus 1 is equal to ai. Okay. So I value is 1. So it means a2 is equal to a1. This is first step. So after this step, the array will be a2 is equal to a1. So this will become 4. This will also become 4, 2, 10, so 12, 1, 5, 6. Is this step clear, class? Is
Yes,
it clear?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now second what we do? We do I is equal to I minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So as soon as I becomes 0, we come out of loop. Okay. So when I is equal to 0, do what we have to do? ai plus 1 is equal to key. So it means that since I value is 0, a1 will become key. So now what we'll have? Key value was what? Key value was 3. So we'll get 3, 4, 12, sorry, 2, 12, 2, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. I hope this is clear, class. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So in step 1, we got this array. Now we'll work on this array. Okay. So now j is equal to 3. So j is equal to 3. Key is equal to a3. So a3 value here is 2. So key is equal to 2. I is equal to j minus 1. So j value is 3. So I value will become 2. Okay. Now again we have to check two things. First, I greater than 0. So 2 is greater than 0. Condition is true. Again, what we have to do? We have to check whether ai is greater than key or not. So we have to check a2. So a2 value is 4. So 4 is key value is what? 2. Condition is true. So I have told you when both conditions are true, first we have to do ai plus 1 is equal to ai. First step. So ai plus 1 means I value is 2. It means a3 is equal to a2. So in this array, a3 will be equal to a2. So now what we'll get? 3, 4, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. And then I is equal to I minus 1. So it is equal to 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So I value is still not 0. So again we'll check ai greater than key. So we have to check whether a1 is greater than key. Key value is 2 and a1 value is 3. So 3 is greater than 2. Condition is true. So again I is greater than 0. This is also true. This is also true. So again we'll do AI plus 1 is equal to AI. Okay, so I value is 1. It means A2 is equal to A1 now. Okay, so A2 will be equal to A1. So what we'll get? 3, 3, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. Now I is equal to I minus 1. That is equal to 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So as soon as I become 0, what we do? We do AI plus 1 is equal to key. So just write down AI plus 1 is equal to key. It means A1 is equal to key. So what will get done? A1 is equal to key. First value, this A1. Key value is 2. So we'll get 2, 3, 4, 10, 12, 1, 5, 6. I hope it is clear now, class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay, so try to
Yes,
solve
sir.
question at home. Okay,
yes, sir.
complete
Yes.
this question. If there is some confusion, we'll discuss it tomorrow also. Okay,
Okay, sir. Yes.
Sir.
okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.